Where to start? Well, I guess it goes back to the destabilization. That was 2147, so what would that be? 4 or 5, 6 years ago. Don't know whose fault that was. Some say it was the stock market crashing in all 3 countries. Some say it was Turbine Corps' operation in the Pacific. At any rate, we were screwed. The Russo-Asian dynasty fell first, then Europa, then the American alliance. After the world's 3 countries fell into chaos, everyone wanted their share of power. Some people talked about reinstating the 7 continents of old, even though we'd be down a few. I know a lot of folks who thought we should stay dissolved, putting up local townships and no central government. Of course, things started to repair themselves slowly but surely. The 3 countries started to reform, along with a few new ones. Little villages became little cities. Clan leaders became mob bosses. And I guess that's where I come in. There's not really a need for police when there's no one to report to. When there's no law to uphold, badge boys like me, we put our skills to use. For the record, don't call me a badge boy. It's demeaning, outdated, and sexist. But who the fuck am I gonna complain to? Anyway, the sign on the door says bounty hunter, so let's just stick with that. Now, before we get started, I've got 4 rules. 1, I don't whack kids. If you're too young to have a drink, you're too young to take lead between the eyes. Women I'm fine with. If half the guys who came in here were smart, they'd be paying me to knock the wives of their targets. They're the ones doing the books. Number 2, no patrons of the arts. I like my fucking opera, and anyone who's going to bring it back into the world. The third thing is that my payment will always include a pack of honey buns. Don't know how those things stuck around. No pun intended, but my God, those things are as good as gold to me. I want to be the last gal in the world to eat a honey bun, and that'll be my claim to fame. Speaking of fame, that brings me to number 4. I've got a reputation to keep. So anytime you speak to me, anytime you recommend me, you will refer to me as X. I'll even give you 10% off your next hit if you give me a glowing recommendation. So, who's the mark?
Well, it's this fellow in the picture, on the far left.
You're going after Sam the Clam? Ballsy little guy you are.
He's my boss, man. He's got my wife in the mills. He won't let her go till I've retrofitted his entire army. We're practically slaves to him.
Retrofitted the armory with what?
Shotguns get stun capsules for riot control. Pistols get taser-ready barrels.
Sounds fun.
I snuck out 2 prototypes, see? 1 of each. They're all yours, ma'am. Please, it's all I have.
All right. These guns and 1 honey bun. You and your wife can bring them to me Thursday evening.
Thank you, X. Thank you so much. You're a hero.
Get out of here. And none of that hero talk. Just go find me a honey bun. All right, you can come out.
X, you have to believe me.
I do, Sam. I'm not going to kill you.
It was slander, all of it. I've never held captive anyone. Hand to God.
I know, Sam.
You mean you really aren't going to kill me?
Now let's talk about my fee. I want what we agreed on, plus those prototypes.
How do you know those were real?
You just told me.
All right. The money, the honey buns, the prototypes. Just take care of that guy.
You sure you don't want his boss?
I'm not crazy. I know there's a pecking order. I just want to deliver the message that my place is mine, not his.
Suit yourself, Clam.
Thanks again, X.
I knew Sam was innocent. Of that, at least. He came to me an hour before, telling me someone had stolen his prototype weapons and he wanted the thief dead. When there was a knock at my door just after, I knew it wasn't a coincidence. I let Sam think it was women's intuition that led me to believe him, but really, it was my network. The minute that nervous John Doe came through my door, my security cam scanned him and sent a picture to my friends on the dark net. I checked my e-pad as soon as he left, and sure enough, one of my contacts came through. Apparently the guy worked for Johnny McBride, the crime boss of all Tex-Orleans. That's why I let Sam go. If McBride was trying to take over Sam the Clam's operations, he was desperate for arms. And that was knowledge that would be valuable to the right person. For now, I'll keep that little nugget of information hidden and get to work on McBride's goon. Jesus Christ, I smell. Okay, so I'm gonna shower first, then I'll get to work. Even bounty hunters have to make a good appearance. As I start stripping off my coat and body armor, I notice a few new scars and bruises from this week. I'm sticking to my mantra that they build character, and also that means I'll never be pristine enough to be sold to one of McBride's brothels. He's got an honest-to-goodness franchise of those things popping up all over Tex-Orleans. I turn on the shower and finish removing my clothes. Yeah, I live where I work. Not an ideal situation, but I've got enough infamy that no one wants to try breaking in. Well, one gal did. But strapping her to the side of my building while she screamed for 8 hours sent a clear message. I cut her down after. I'm not that sadistic. I haven't seen her in town since. I think a lot about those things like that and the shower. The people I hurt, I mean. I don't focus on the people I kill. They're part of the job, nothing personal. But if I let you live, then you've done something I want you to repent for. That's how I've gotten my contacts on the dark net. I let a few marks live in exchange for their loyalty. I'm no mafia queen, though. I'm probably not even known in the parts of Tex-Orleans province, but in the town of New Houston, I'm a celebrity. I'm not exaggerating either. I actually signed a few autographs last week for some teenagers. One had a poster of me. A genuine 17 by 22-inch glossy paper poster of me. Where he found a printer within 50 miles, I don't know. Where he got that picture of me, I know even less. I recognize the image, though. It's a glorious action shot from a duel I had last month, right here in New Houston. I'm in mid-dive with both pistols drawn. It wasn't a planned fight, so I'm just in a tank top and some old jeans, my hair down and looking a bit redder than usual. My hair likes to change with the sunlight. I guess you'd call it strawberry blonde if the sun was being objective that day. All clean and lemony fresh. I put on a black skin-tight suit and a piece of Kevlar over my chest. I'm trying to do this quietly, not start a firefight, so the rest of my body armor stays behind, as does my duster. I strap both pistols into their shoulder holsters and strap a stiletto knife onto my thigh. A few more adjustments and accessories later, and I'm ready to chase down McBride's boy. I shut the door behind me and take the barely working elevator to the bottom of my shitty apartment building. I locate my pre-war Triumph motorcycle and mount it. As I turn the key, the engine revs. I can feel my blood pump hot through my body. It's ready for this. It loves the thrill of the hunt.